Welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So, I asked what this reading was going to be about, and what I heard is power moves, creating powerful opportunities. Sounds like someone's about to do some winning. I don't know. I don't know. Will you allow it? Will you allow yourself to experience a period of extreme abundance, opportunity, wealth? You know what I'm saying? Will you let it happen? Hmm? Hmm? All right. All right. Just getting some cards. Getting some cards. All right. Let's see. How's everyone doing, by the way? You guys doing good? I don't know. I'm feeling a little bit mischievous for some reason. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Girl, focus. What deck are you going to pull from now? Hmm. I don't know what deck to pull from. Okay, we'll pull from you. We haven't pulled from you for a while. You know, I have probably hundreds of decks at this point. Like hundreds of decks. I'm not even joking. Hundreds. They're all in a bin. I'm serious. They're in a bin. And I have maybe like 20 decks or something. Oh, we'll pull from you. Yeah. Yep. Yep. All right. We're going to pull from this deck as well. I'm feeling pretty drained too. Well, no, I am, but I'm not. It's just one conundrum of a day. A conundrum of a day, right? Let's see. Just gathering evidence. One of the things that I like to do is gather evidence. All right. Get in the sun, you'll feel amazing. Well, the area that I'm currently in, it appears as though they're trying to force it to snow, and so there's no sun. There's no sun. You know what I'm saying? So, same as last night. It's the same person every time. Every time. It's the same person. There's only one person that does that type of foolery. Buffoonery. All right, let's get started, guys. So, asking yet again what this reading was going to be about. Power moves, creating powerful opportunities. I'm just going to go ahead and claim this reading. I don't even know what it's going to be about. I don't get any sense of what it's going to be about, but I'm trusting in my soul so hard. I'm trusting in my soul to guide me through this space. I don't know what kind of space I'm in, but to guide me. Oh, yes, guidance. There we go. Oh, okay. Ooh, how hot diggity damn. Ooh. I know exactly what this means for me. Let's see what it means for you. I'm absolutely serious. I know exactly what this means for me. So, balance in reverse. This is telling me that there's an imbalance that's taken place. It's been allowed to perpetuate in your field for quite some time now. Maybe you don't quite know how to move through this, which that's understandable. Maybe it's you like being afraid that you'll make the wrong decision. Maybe it's you um kind of just not believing that you're powerful enough, not believing that you have what it takes, that you're special enough, that you have enough training, just a lot of self-doubt. A lot of self-doubt. And that self-doubt is the very thing that's keeping you from creating, from entering into a space of full-on creation. Right? This is a very fertile period. You could do so many different things. And for those who are like, Emmy, we're in a recession. I know. I totally just laugh at my own jokes, which are corny. I'm just, it is what it is. Let me spray my face with some rose petal witch hazel. We're just, we're trying to recalibrate ourselves, right? So, for those of you who are like, oh no, it's not possible because there's a recession and this and that. Did you know during times of recession, that's when power shifts? I'm serious. It's always during those times of upheaval that we have the opportunity to really strike while the iron is hot. Did you know you can very easily shape iron while it is hot? But once it becomes cooled, it's going to be a lot harder. A lot harder. Um, my water came just after our session ended, like you said. I told you. I told you, Mon. I told you. Ooh, confirmation, 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 confirmation. Okay. So everything that's being laid out right now, it's going to be something that sets you up beautifully in the autumn period. If you allow yourself to receive the guidance, because you're going to be guided, if you allow yourself to receive the guidance that you're supposed to receive, you know what's going to happen. You are going to be very powerfully positioned by the start of winter. Another meaning to this card that I'm receiving is that um, there's going to be a period or an opportunity, some type of circumstance where you're going to enter into a very, very cold environment, an environment that is very cold towards you. This is a very specific message. Okay. You'll know if this applies to you. When you enter into that environment that is frigid, that is cold, that seems as though your opportunities are being frozen, that is a time to stop hiding yourself, concealment in reverse, and enter into this lady, goddess, feminine, creative energy and mode. Okay. I know I know what this means for me. I know what this means for me. I just need to get comfortable with talking to my phone because I'm not really comfortable with that. I'm just not. But once I get comfortable with that, just watch out. Watch out because this, for me personally, I believe soul is giving me the green light to just speak openly on a specific platform about all sorts of different things. Just sing like a little bird. Hmm. Sing like a little bird. Hmm. That's going to be interesting. We're just going to set that aside. Set that aside. Are you guys interested in hearing information that is hard to come by and um, some of this information you just can't find anywhere? Are you guys interested in that type of thing? Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Mm. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking at the other cards, right? Okay. Okay. I'm not familiar with this deck, but I'm feeling a lot of energy right now. Card number 68, Wombat Spirit, be at home. It's time for you to feel very at home within yourself, really allowing yourself to gather these different aspects of your character and allow those things to be showcased. Embrace the in between, but it's in reverse. You need to make a decision. You need to make it soon. I don't feel like you're being rushed. I feel like this is something that I feel like this is something that you already know is part of what your path is. And you're getting to a point where you can no longer deny it, where you can no longer pass it off as something else, where you can no longer um, be in this space of thinking and feeling as though you're just imagining things. It's just a coincidence. It's not. It's not. For those who are claiming this reading, whether you've already claimed it or not, your soul is absolutely encouraging you to fan your own flames, get it nice and hot, and then trailblaze forward, right? Nothing is wasted, but it's in reverse. Ooh. For people who are refusing to claim a message that rightfully belongs to them, and this message is not going to belong to everyone, but for those of you where your soul brought you onto this reading for some reason, you don't know why. Maybe you don't regularly join me. Maybe you've never come across me before. And now you're like, who is this girl? Why am I listening to this? Oh my gosh, I'm feeling things in my chest, in my face, in my head, my throat, all kind of different places. Okay, well, your soul is communicating to you. It is communicating to you. And if you're not going to receive the message from soul, which I don't know who this applies to, but if you're not going to receive messages from soul, it will absolutely be wasted. This opportunity is being presented to you. It's an opportunity to move powerfully through your journey, powerfully select your options that will create powerful opportunities for you. It's time to allow yourself to succeed. It's time to give yourself permission to meet the version of you that exists on the other side of this hardship that you have been enduring for how long now? You don't need to just, keep enduring. That's not what you were born to do. You are not created to simply and merely endure things. No, no, no. Transformation is beautiful. It's in reverse. Not all transformation is beautiful. Some transformation is painful. Some transformation is ugly. Some transformation is destructive and viscerally felt. Regardless of how you experience that transformation always carries with it an intrinsic freedom that you've never experienced before, a freedom that maybe you weren't even knowing you wanted or needed. Freedom is yours. Freedom is yours. I think for some of us, because the horse is on there, for some of us, there's this need to create the analogy of a horse that was born wild, you know? This horse was born wild and it roamed free, and then something happened and it was captured, and then its spirit was broken so that it could be used as a working animal. And now soul is like leaving the gate open. What are you going to do? You going to return back to your wild state where you are free to roam all the spaces within yourself? Or one thing I notice about horses They have this like insane elevated ability to create mental prisons. Yeah, mental prisons for themselves. When I was in high school, I think I was like 16 or something, maybe 15. I don't know, somewhere around there. Um, my father had a cockamamie idea. We don't know anything about horses. We're city folk. But he decided, since his millionaire friends had horses, he was going to have a horse too. So he went ahead and he got um a thoroughbred of all the types of horses. He got a thoroughbred and then he named it after me. Which we were vibing. Me and my girl, we were vibing. She was just what's up, girl? Yeah, so he got this horse and then he would bring me to the ranch with him to go. We didn't own a ranch. He was boarding this horse at some ranch and he would take me with him to go take care of the horse every so often. He didn't take care of it every day. He had someone taking care of it that was there at the ranch, but he would sometimes go and he would bring me. And I remember this horse did not like people touching her face. You know what I'm saying, girlfriend? Like, don't touch my face. What's wrong with you? Your hands are dirty. Ew. Ew. Complexion. Hello. Right. And so I remember one day the trainer decided to put a specific type of halter on her head, and her ears were flat. And I assume that was her letting them know she's pissed. Right. And then they take this leather strap and they hook it to the bottom of her head harness. It's right by her chin. And then the other part was hooked to the harness across her chest because these guys decided they were going to break her of this bad habit. How dare she, as a living, breathing, sentient sovereign, not allow them to touch her head? And I was just sitting there and I was getting real mad right along with her, like, these bastards, these bastards. I was getting so mad with her, right? And she kept looking over at me. I was on the side and she kept looking over at me and I kept looking at her like, girl, oh my God. And as soon as they hooked that and then they tried to touch her head, she just lifted her head and snapped the whole damn thing off. I was like, that's right. And so the trainer got really mad and he yelled at her. And then he yelled at everyone else to go get another leather strap. Now, my father wasn't there. It was just me. And oh boy, I got a mouth on me. And I was like, hey, she doesn't like that. And he was totally like, it doesn't matter what she likes. And I was like, yeah, well, I don't like that. And I just looked at him and he just looked at me. And then, of course, I said to him, I'm going to let my father know when he gets back that I don't like what you're doing to my horse. At which point he stopped. And then, of course, a couple weeks later, I went on a week-long trip with my cousins who were visiting out of town from out of country. They wanted to go to Yosemite. So I went. I went with them to Yosemite. And then I get back and my father is like, "Oh, there was a situation." I'm like, "What do you mean? What type of situation? What do you mean?" And then he says there was an accident on the ranch. And I was like, "What do you mean there was an accident on the ranch?" And he was like, "Well, your horse was being stubborn." "We are not stubborn, sir." I was like, "What do you mean she's being stubborn?" I already didn't like that trainer. And then he was like, "Well, I have to go give her medicine. So you want to come with me and see her?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I went and she had an L type stitch from the bottom of her chest near her throat, all the way up to the bottom of her throat, across to her shoulder. At which point, my father let me know that while I was gone, this same trainer tried to force her into a bathing stall. And she didn't like it. He tried to force her anyways. And so she reared. She went on her two back legs. And because they had the head part tied to one of the posts, she didn't give a shit. she's still reared. When she came back down, her chest impaled on the edge of that frame. She impaled herself. And she was in so much pain, and she wouldn't accept medicine from anyone. She wouldn't allow anyone to touch her. She wouldn't allow anything. That's the only reason he told me, because he knew she loved me. And as soon as I came, she calmed down. She let me give her her meds. She let me touch her all over her face. And she finally felt safe. I think for some of us, we're like her, where we will fight even at our detriment when people don't make us feel safe. I think like her, our spirit can't be broken, and we will willingly endure pain just to avoid the process of being broken. Eventually, she did heal. And then they tried to teach me how to ride her. Mind you, she was huge. And one day they had me riding on her. They had me in a smaller corral. They were having her go round and round. And she really did not like this trainer. And while I'm on her, he's cracking a whip behind her to make her keep going. And I was telling him, stop. And he felt he knew better. Except I could feel her. She was getting real angry. And so what did she do with me on her back? She was concerned that he would hit me. So she took off. She's a thoroughbred. She was meant to race. She's literally a racehorse. She took off with me on her, an inexperienced rider. And as she was preparing to take off, she decided to go as close to him as possible and kick back. Almost threw me right off of her. And she just bolted. The ride was not fun. I mistakenly dropped whatever the lead, the halter, whatever the hell it is, the straps you hold on to. I almost dropped that. Well, no, I did drop it. Luckily, the type of saddle I had a horn in front of it. So I was holding that, and then I almost fell, and then I had to grab her by the rein. There, thank you, Suze. I had to grab her by the mane, her mane, with two hands. And I had to be like, please stop. I'm gonna die. You're gonna throw me. I'm gonna die. Yeah. Yeah. And then I had to close my eyes and just like in my head, please. We're okay. We're safe. We're okay. Please stop. And then eventually she stopped. When I got off of her, she turned herself in such a way where she could put her head over my shoulder and like pulled me close. That was one of the things she used to do only to me. She would put her head over my shoulder and pull me in close, like she's hugging me. She's like, oh, my little baby. I almost killed my little baby. I was like, you scared me. I almost fell. Yeah. So Horses are extremely intelligent. They are emotionally intelligent. And I think for some of us, we're immersed in an environment that are full of people just like that trainer. Just like that trainer. People who don't understand that you can't force us to do what you want, that we are sentient, that we think and feel and process life. We know your intentions. We see how you are. And when you are not an honorable person, we will not comply. For much of my life, I've had people like that trainer try and break my spirit and try and make me into something that I'm not. I'm not a docile person. I'm not a Stepford wife or a Stepford soul or any other form of Stepford, whatever you want to think of. I will always embody my wildness, and you will never make me submit, ever. Just like her, I literally would rather die. Literally. So eventually, my lovely father sold her without letting me know. I didn't get to see her one last time. And then she had her full, this entire time they were doing these things to her. She was pregnant. Humans, I will never understand them. She was injured while she was pregnant. She was treated that way while she was pregnant. Yeah. Yeah. So she ended up going to some bougie, very, very bougie estate. And then she had her baby. I never got a chance to see her baby. But I like to think that she will forever remain the way she is, where unless she chooses, she will not submit to you, just like I never will. Embody your wildness. Embody all of you. The parts of you that people can't understand typically are the parts of you that keep you wild and free. You don't have to be cookie cutter. You don't have to do what other people think you should do or be. You can be yourself. And if no one in your environment can accept who you are and how you are, baby, it's time to be in a new environment. It's time for you to say goodbye, make that power move, and enter into a new space, a space where people have a like mind and like heart, where not only will you be tolerated, you will be embraced, you will be celebrated, you will be valued and cherished for the person that you are. And when you enter spaces like that, watch the ways in which you begin to blossom. It's beautiful. It is beautiful. You see clearly now, but it's in reverse. So that's telling me, even though I shared what I shared, you feel like it's a beautiful story, but it doesn't apply to you because nothing good ever happens to you and people don't understand. And you'll never be free like that. And, you have to just do what everyone says. Who said? Who said that? Hmm? Who told you that? Because whoever told you that lied to you. Well, that's easy, Emmy, because you are strong. Who said I was strong? Well, I didn't say I was strong. I didn't say I was strong. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I am not a strong person. I don't think so. I am what I consider to be fractured. I'm not wounded, I'm fractured. Sharp cutting edges. You're not careful how you handle me, you're going to get yourself cut. No, I don't feel bad about it. Why don't I feel bad? Because you see that I'm fractured. You see that I'm fractured. And with that knowledge of my fractured state, you should also be able to clearly see I have sharp cutting edges. And if you want to try and manhandle me and then you get cut, that's none of my concern. You did that to yourself, playing with the wrong thing at the wrong time. See, that's not strength. That's awareness of who I am and how I am and not apologizing for it. Some people would consider that strength. I consider that factuality. I consider that the reality of who I am and how I am. And if what you need is a smooth surface, baby boo, you playing with the wrong one. I am not smooth around the edges. Will I ever be? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe as I continue to flow, much like how rocks are naturally polished by water, maybe this is not going to be for quite a few years. I give myself permission to take as long as I need to take in the state that I am in. I give myself permission. That in itself is a powerful move. When you give yourself permission to take the time you need in order to begin the process of understanding, accepting some of the things that you've lived through, you know what ends up happening? You begin to see the beauty of who and what you are without anyone else's permission. You return back to your natural state because you're giving yourself the permission to use your energy to heal. That's a very powerful move. Very, very powerful move. It's time for you to surrender. Surrender to who? I thought you said we don't surrender, Emmy. No retreat, no surrender. Blood in, blood out, bound by honor. All these movies. Yeah, no, seriously. No retreat, no surrender. I don't know. Maybe it's from one of my lives as a samurai. Who knows? Um, I will never retreat. I will never surrender. And today is a good day to die. The parts of me that are opposed to my growth in this moment, it's a good day to lay that to rest. Absolutely. Absolutely. The core of me is eternal. It will never perish. But the caricatures that I've created over the course of my life to accommodate the unreasonable demands and expectations of people who think they know me but actually don't, who expect me to be only a specific way because that's what makes them comfortable in my presence, people who expect me to subdue and silence the parts of me that are the greatest parts because it makes them feel some type of way. Yeah, those are the people that we need to accommodate. I think we've done enough accommodations. I think we as a community have done enough accommodations, right, Karina? Hey, girl. Ego death. It's a death of the parts of the ego that are no longer necessary. I fully claim this reading. You know why? Because it's the same message being reiterated over and over and over. If you allow yourself to take a step back and just see the grand picture of what this message is telling you, you will see it's the same message repeated over and over. See what I just said about the samurai and the ego death and all of that, right? Remember? So these two cards came out, right? Goddess, lady, feminine. And then the other card is concealment and cloak. The part of my ego that keeps me hidden, the actuality of me, is still hidden. That's going to be laid to rest. And as that's laid to rest, This other aspect of me is going to come forward. Are these characters? Are these other personalities? No. These are all merely fractals of the totality that I am. When I allow myself to lay to rest the parts of me that fight myself, fight my process, fight my growth, fight my healing. Because let me tell you, I was born to fight. My mom always said that. You just like to fight. I do. I do. I love it. As a matter of fact, I have a video for you guys. I have a video. No, I didn't like that. Um, Hold on. I got two videos. Where is it? Oh my gosh. It was such a good video too. Is it this one? No. Not that one. Ah, is it this one? Yes, it is this one. I will show you guys two videos. But I'm gonna have it on mute because I don't want to be copyright stressed. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. Give me a second and I'm gonna send it, airdrop it to myself. Look, this was totally an embodiment of me. All right. You guys ready for some goodness? This video cracked me up. It cracked me up. Okay. We're going to start with this one. Let me share this. All right. Let me mute it first because, all right. So it says, me walks away after an argument. Other person mumbles some caca. Here I come. You say something? You say something? Ooh, that was potent. Yes, yes. Totally resonated with me. And then this one, I gotta mute this too because I think it has music that I can't play. This one is also really good. Sometimes one of the most powerful things that you can do as you go to create powerful opportunities for yourself is this right here. This is a visual representation of how we are going to move through this period where there's going to be things that try and trip us up and derail and cause us to become distracted. No, look at this. Look at it good. Don't blink. It's a short video. Yep, that's right. Keep going, boo. Yep, just like a captain. There you go. Yep. Amen. Sure-footed and everything. Let's see that again. See that one more time. See that one more time. See, everybody just sat down and went down with a boat. This mofo right here, nope, climbing up, climbing over. There you go. There you go. There you go. That's how we're doing it. We're not letting anything stop us. We're not going to allow anything at all to stop us. When you feel the movements that tell you something's about to go down, you juke and you jive. You juke and you jive. Stay elusive and exclusive. Okay. You heard what I said. You heard what I said. Okay. Water and I are not compatible. I'm staying on that boat, but in ways you could not believe unless you saw it with your own eyes. Uh-huh. Yep. That's right. That's right. Okay. It's time to take action. See what I'm saying? It's time to take action. I think for some of us, we're thinking that we have more time than we actually have. No, you don't. Oh my God. I mean, what do you mean we don't have time? I mean, get off your butt. Go do something. Do what? I don't know. I didn't make sexy Jesus said go in the sun. It feels good. If you're in a space that is sunny, go in the sun. Go. Sit in the sun for a little bit, right? Sit in the sun for a little bit. Ooh, Karina. Boo, look at this. You guys, Karina said something powerful. My ancestors warned me yesterday not to help those who once tried to wish ill against me. Can't take them with me. Absolutely. I feel that in my heart. I feel it in my heart. I tell you. I tell you. Whew, man. You know what? This is worth it. This is worth it. I'm going to show you guys a video, powerful ass video. It is a video of Dr. Ramani. Hold on. You guys need to hear this. You need to, because it is something that man, I have so much respect for this woman's work. I have so much respect for this woman's work, and you guys need to hear these powerful words that she shares.
Be frank with you, Louis. I have probably, I can think of half a dozen people, narcissistic people in my life. I am now no contact with, some myself contact with. I don't forgive them. I will never forgive them.
Really?
Never.
Even if you never speak to them again?
I don't speak to them again. I will never forgive them. What they did to me, because what it changed my view on myself. I spent years crawling out from under that rubble. I still doubt myself. I still don't feel safe in the world. They took away my safety. How the hell do you forgive them? I don't. And I sleep fine at night.
I guess as long as you feel at peace.
Right? I feel totally at peace.
Well, that's good then.
Because what bothers me is I know they're out there doing this to other people.
Yeah.
How do you forgive
That's frustrating. That's frustrating. I guess the thing would be, how do we find peace even if we don't forgive someone?
I think that people who don't forgive definitely feel peace.
Okay.
I think people who don't feel peace are the people who forgive and keep getting harmed.
Oh, that's
are the
true.
people who forgive and weren't ready to forgive. Healing from narcissistic abuse is individuating, becoming autonomous, and ultimately rising into your authentic self. That's what it is. And your authentic self may not forgive, and that's okay.
That last part. That's okay. That is okay. If you don't have it in you to pretend that you are okay with the way you were treated, the way you were mishandled, the way you were manipulated, that's okay. That is okay. And it does not make you a bad person to not have it within yourself, to pretend like you are okay with what was done to you. Not one time, not two times, repeatedly, with zero regard for your health, your well-being, the negative impact on you and your life. That's okay. But don't you hold on to that anger. Because not forgiving is not the same as remaining angry. Bowing out and not participating in that forgiveness program does not make you a bad person. I do not participate in the forgiveness program. I do not. Why? In order for me to participate in that program of forgiveness, I need to first identify myself as weaker than you, as your victim, your prey. I have to acknowledge the wrong you did to me and pretend I am okay with it. Pretend that I'm okay with you not acknowledging what you did. I will not harm myself in that way anymore. Instead, I will release that anger. I will process what happened. And I will allow myself to look beyond the human perception of what you forced upon me. And I will see the opportunity that I'm gifted to learn from. You did your part. You were hand selected by my soul to create a circumstance that would give me the level of adversity that would inspire me to rise above what you did. I do not need to forgive you. I need to acknowledge what you did and carry forward. And I sleep perfectly fine at night, knowing that there will be people who I will never again allow in my life, because you will never have that degree of access to me ever again. I accept who you are and how you are. And as part of my acceptance, you will never again be granted access to me. Because accepting you has nothing to do with me denying myself and my needs. That right there, that was one of the most powerful decisions I ever made in my life. It was not a walking away. I'm disowning you. You're no longer family. Oh, this and that. No, it was just, I see how you are and how you move. All right. Move somewhere else. No, I don't need an apology. I don't need to apologize. There's no need for forgiveness. I see who you are and how you move. And I've learned you are not allowed near me anymore. I wish you the best. But I won't be around to make sure that you get the best. I'm busy living my life and healing myself. Mhm. It created opportunities for me to finally become balanced and centered in a space of internal peace, a peace so profound that it permeates through my entire life. Some people would say, but Emmy, I see you cussing people out on live streams. Yeah. What is that, like 5 minutes? 10 minutes? Did you see the 23 hours and 50 minutes from the rest of the day? No? Right. Right. My life is my own to live, and I will be myself. I will no longer push away the parts of me that are offended on my behalf, the parts of me that will not tolerate maltreatment from others, disrespect from others. It did not serve me when I rejected that powerful part of me. All it did was open me to allow others to access me, others who had the very same intentions. What are those intentions? Nothing good. Nothing good for me. I promise you that. I've been through so many cycles of this. I will no longer gaslight myself into a space of thinking I'm just being paranoid. I have trust issues. I this, I that. I'm broken. People don't like me. No, a lot of people like me. A lot of good people like me. And I want to remain in a space where I can continue to accept good people into my life. And that requires me no longer being accessible for the handful of bad apples. They can all go together in the same bucket. We make some apple cider vinegar from them. Let them ferment somewhere else. Let them ferment and become something else. Not in my house, not in my kitchen, not in my pantry. No. You go about your process, becoming whatever you're supposed to become. But you will never again have access to me. No. As a matter of fact, apple cider vinegar is such a perfect analogy for many of us, myself included, for a long time. I was under the impression that apple cider vinegar was so healthy for us because, first and foremost, apple cider vinegar unfiltered with a mother is supposed to be super good for you. It's supposed to be a prebiotic and I think probiotic or something. It's fermented. Excuse me. And then I watched enough videos from what is her name again? That one Australian woman who is a naturopath, and she does all of these videos, these lectures, and people share her content everywhere. I forget her name right now. But I came across her video and she said, look up the work of some gentleman who wrote a book about how absolutely toxic apple cider vinegar is for people. That it's just as bad as drinking alcohol. It's, yeah. I was like, what? Yeah. Of course, I didn't listen for a while longer. And I happened to be having some dim sum type food that I made an apple cider vinegar dipping sauce for. And boy, oh boy, that messed me up. And I was like, maybe she's right. Maybe there's something to this. Yeah. There are some people that others will tell us are very healthy for us when we know in our heart they are not. Trust yourself before you trust other people. And if you don't trust yourself, that tells me it's because you've been trusting other people in your place these days. Yes, Dr. Barbara O'Neill. Thank you, Intuitive Healing. Dr. Barbara O'Neill. I kept wanting to call her Eileen. And I was like, I know for a fact that is not her name. Her name is not Eileen, right? So we need to begin really allowing ourselves to build this relationship within ourselves. Power moves, creating powerful opportunities. When you build this relationship between the self and the soul, oh my gosh, what a formidable person you become. Formidable AF. Formidable. And then people learn to side skirt you. They learn that you are really not one to tangle with. Just leave you alone. It's not worth it. Leave you alone. These days, I'm very set on an intention and expectation that I have of myself and my journey. What's that expectation, Emmy? Well, I fully expect to not have to deal with any more bullying stuff. Why? You can't control other people, Emmy. Right, but I can control myself. Absolutely. Absolutely. I can control myself. What does that mean? Well, it means if you gonna fuck around with me, you gonna fucking find out. That's what that means. That's not an invitation. That's a declaration. Causation and effect. You will only ever receive one effect from me given a specific causation. You know why I know I will not experience any more bullying? Because I will no longer allow it. I will no longer allow it. Not on a personal level, not on a professional level. I will no longer allow it. Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. I will no longer allow it. You might want to try, but I'm going to stomp that out real quick. Absolutely. I'm going to stomp that out real quick. Not only do I not have time for that, I have no patience for that either. I'm done with a part of my journey where I am nice. That doesn't mean I'm mean. It means my niceness has been refined into a space of kindness. I am authentically kind. And when you are unkind and malignant towards me, you will be corrected in whatever way is necessary, whether it be publicly, privately. I will address what I need to address when I need to address it. Does not matter who is looking. It does not matter who is looking. And I feel so much opening up inside me. This opening up of potential, because guess what? Way back when I refused to correct people, I was still in a space of being afraid that if people saw the true gravity, the true nature of how powerful I am within my life over myself and no one else, just powerful over myself, that I wouldn't be accepted. that I would be rejected and ridiculed. You know what ended up leading to me being rejected and ridiculed? My fear that I would be rejected and ridiculed. Yeah. So now I exist in a space of, I mean, you want to tell jokes? I got jokes too. I'm very quick with responses. Yeah, I don't have no shame either. Mhm. No, I'm like lightning fast. Yeah. Yeah, I used to have a profile on Facebook that was just a troll profile. Yeah. You can still find it. The name of the profile is Emmy Nicolina. Mhm. Yeah. You got something to say? I'm not scared. Say it. But just be forewarned, I got lots of things to say. Some of them are real funny too, but it might just be funny for everyone else and not you. So maybe don't. Maybe don't. Right? Right. I no longer have space nor passive permission to participate, be recruited for other people's entertainment like that. No. I mean, if you want to be entertained, let's both be entertained. But word to the wise, you might end up crying while I am laughing. So I don't know how to read social cues. I have Asperger's. So I don't read social cues well. And once I start, if I find it hilarious, um, I typically don't know when to stop and I just keep going as long as it's funny to me. I keep right on going. So I found people who pick on others tend to be extremely sensitive. And the bad part is that I'm highly empathic. That means I'll know exactly where to poke fun for the greatest entertainment. Right? Right. So it's best to just leave me in a space of thinking profound things and sharing stories from my life where I'm not focused on being entertained just like you want to be entertained, right? I'm not going to be bullied anymore. Again, why? Because I'm not going to allow it. A lot of the things you go through, if you really let yourself look at what happened, how that unfolded, it's not about blame. You will see the ways in which you gave permission and opportunity for that to really take root and very negatively affect you. Yeah. Again, it's not about blame. It's about recognizing the ways in which you can give passive permission or you can not. And when you don't give passive permission, well, people have a tendency to back away. If you're not very quick on the verbal draw, what would you say? I'll give you a one-liner. Someone says something to you that's offensive. You can say, huh, wow, I wish I had your confidence to just say things like that to people with no regard as to how it would make me look. Man, that's wow. I wish I had that type of confidence. Did you even think about what you were going to say first, or did that just come out of your mouth? I'd be too embarrassed to say that. Yeah. Oh, another good one. Um, oh wow. What made you think it'd be okay to say that? And really wait for them to answer. And if they are like, "What? Oh, I'm sorry, you didn't hear me. Let me say it again." What made you think it would be okay to say that out loud? And really wait for them to answer. You know what happens? They get embarrassed. They get embarrassed. Why? Well, because now they have to explain to you in front of everyone what their real intention was. Most people are not ready for that. Most people are not ready for that. They're ready and waiting for you to be socially correct, to be appropriate, and not say anything, just laugh nervously or be embarrassed and silent in your embarrassment. No, honey. If you're going to say something to me, say it with your whole chest. Say it with your whole chest. Be bold and make the first move, but it's in reverse. This is telling me that you're not willing to make the first move, that you're waiting for someone else. You're waiting for an opportunity and for someone to basically beg you to accept that opportunity. No, honey, that's not how it works. You have to create the opportunities for yourself. You have to allow yourself to enter into a space of understanding what you deserve because of what you've worked so hard for. You've worked hard for something. And whatever it is you worked hard for, you must protect your assets. It took me so many years to learn this. It took me so many years to learn this. No, absolutely not. No. Confidence is your key to success. You need to allow yourself to feel good about what you've created, to allow yourself to see the gravity of you. You don't have to have a full understanding of your gravity. You don't have to fully understand and fully embrace your personal power, but you have to, at least to some minimal degree, accept the profound nature of you. Let it happen. Power moves, creating powerful opportunities. You are being encouraged to allow your life to change because of the actions you select, the options that you exercise. There was this video. No, I don't think I did not. I did not. Oh yeah, I did. Let me see. Is destiny simply the free will of the higher self? Is destiny simply the free will of the higher self? What if I told you that there is a greatness that you are destined to become? That is a human perception. And the reality of it is you already are that greatness. You're simply in the process of uncovering this truth by releasing layer after layer after layer that you hide behind, character after character after character that was created to hide the actuality of you. That you and your authentic existence is the free will of your divine soul. There's something much more profound than merely a human in control of your journey. It is something that is eternal. It is something that has a very clear, very robust understanding of your entire history through all your lifetimes. Your soul knows what you're capable of overcoming. And it's selected all of these details for your life, all of these different potentialities. And it knows exactly when the right time is to present you with these potentials. So why not trust your soul? Why not allow yourself to make this powerful decision to build a bridge between the self and the soul and allow them to reconnect, allow them to return back to a space of best friendship? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm saying a win win outcome is forecast. It's in reverse. This is a very good card. Why? Why is it a good card? Emmy, it's upside down. That means it's a lose lose outcome. No, it doesn't. A win win outcome is forecast in reverse, is telling me anyone who chooses to oppose you and your soul will, in fact, lose. You are the guaranteed winner in that. That no matter what, no matter another person's desire to stop you from becoming what you were already destined to become, yeah, they're going to lose. You're still going to be you. You're going to be you. You're going to continue. It's going to be beautiful. And then life is just going to continue to unfold. That's what that card tells me. It didn't matter who opposed you. Not then, not now. But Emmy, how can that be true? How can it not? Well, because when someone opposed me, my efforts didn't come to fruition. It didn't happen for me. Did it not happen for you because they opposed you or because their opposition to you caused you to choose to shut down? There's a difference there. Because I don't think it was because someone opposed you. I think it's because you allowed yourself to shut down. Yeah. Let me tell you. The only times that I've shut down in my life is when I chose to, as a coping mechanism, as a way to deal with circumstance that I did not have the ability to process. I chose that. It's not about blame. It's about recognizing how powerful I am in my life. And all these times where so many people banded together to try and what? Cancel me? Cancel me for what? For being honest? For existing? Cancel me for what? Hmm? Made up stories. Whatever people are going to say. Yeah, made up stories. Lying assholes. Were they able to stop me? No. Why? Because I believe my soul has already predetermined what my purpose will be. And not even I myself can stop that. I can delay it. I can go kicking and screaming. I could dig my heels into the ground and be dragged by soul, but I will not be able to successfully stop it. So if I can't stop it myself, no one else can. No one else can. That's a fact for me. That is a fact. That is a reality I live. That I cannot stop the unfoldment of me. I cannot suspend my own gravity. That I will continue to become further refined until I get to the point where I am perfectly calibrated for the purpose I was made for. Just like you. Just like you. Everything you go through is further refining you. So, what does that mean? That means stop being scared of a process that's simply making it easier for you to be you. That's what that means. I wonder what gifts you hide, not realizing people are waiting for you to let them know you exist. Yeah, I'm talking to you. What gifts are you hiding inside yourself? Not understanding the value of it. What gifts? Are you aware of how many people are waiting? Waiting for what? To know that you're the very thing they're looking for. There's this phenomena that I've experienced. I've experienced it quite a few times, and now it's kind of just like it is what it is, whatever. It used to weird me out. But it was this thing where random people will feel such an urge to find something. They don't know what it is, but it's like they're missing something. They're feeling the absence of something really important. Really, really important. Like there's a missing piece. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But it's driving me nuts. I feel so uncomfortable in my day-to-day life. Like I don't know what it is, but I need it. I want it. What is it? Where is it? And then suddenly they cross paths with me. And of course, we have a fun time. We drove around, share things with each other. Just a really nice, wholesome exchange. And then they realize, that feeling of I'm looking for something, it's gone. It's gone. What the heck? I don't feel it anymore. That's weird. Is it? I used to think it was weird, but it's not. It's not. We were looking for each other and we didn't even know. No, we don't have to be romantic. We don't. We don't have to be romantic. Um, it's a thing of your soul setting your heart on fire to find the very thing that can help you make sense of what you need to make sense of. I've had this happen between myself and quite a few people at this point. Like quite a few people. Quite a few. A long time ago, there was this individual who um one day I was driving through their town. And at that time, I lived in my RV and we were constantly traveling and nobody knew where we were. I'd never share with anyone where we were, especially while we're there. And it just so happened that we entered into that space, that region of that state, because um, I don't know, to be honest, I don't know. Well, we weren't going to visit anyone. We just needed to go there. And while we were there, I figured I would let this person know, hey, guess where I am? And I took a picture of the sign for their city and I texted it to them. And they're like, when are you coming to visit? And I was like, I'm not. Like, we don't know each other. Ew, no, I'm not. Right. And then I had explained to them, like, no, we have a fuel line leak in our vehicle and we need to go get it repaired. And then they were like, oh, their husband is a mechanic. And I was like, oh, how much would he charge? And they're like, oh no, he won't do that. And I was like, well, can your husband recommend um someone like a trusted friend who is a mechanic as well? You recommend someone? I don't want to just go to any mechanic. And long story short, um the husband did end up fixing our vehicle. And they shared with us that earlier that day, that individual was like, I guess, in a dark mental space. I don't remember anymore, but they were like, um, I want to receive a sign from an angel. And then I texted that I was in town. I'm not an angel, I'll tell you that much. I'm not. I'm not an angel. But from my understanding, it was at that point they no longer needed the treatment plan that they were on. I don't know what's happened since then. Yeah. I don't know what's happened since then. But at that point, they were searching for something, just as I was searching for something. And it became something that crossed our paths. Doesn't mean you stay in each other's lives forever. It doesn't. But when you are searching for something, that's the very thing you need in that moment. Whether it's just the knowledge of someone's existence, or it's prolonged interaction, or a full on relationship of some kind, platonic, romantic, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Without even knowing it, without acknowledging it, without accepting it, you are a gift onto someone else. Do you know what type of gift? I bet you don't. I think for some of you, the gift that you give someone else is to serve as a lifeline for them, to anchor them into this existence, help them to feel safe, seen, accepted, even if you never meet in person. So why hide yourself away if that role is so important that you are serving as a lifeline for someone else? And who knows what types of benefit you will receive interacting with each other. Every interaction that I've had where someone has greatly benefited from my presence, I can honestly say I benefited in some way as well. That my life has such an innate ability to balance itself. That whatever I give, I also receive without intending to give in order to receive. Just giving freely, wholeheartedly, authentically. I also receive. Receive what? I don't know. There's no expectation, but I always receive back as much as I give. That's why I have no fear of depletion. None. No fear of depletion whatsoever. None. None. There's been plenty of situations where I quietly will help someone. I know. I know. No, seriously. I will quietly help someone, meaning I don't ask for donations and I don't announce it publicly. And I will help them with something that is a large amount. And it's just quiet, kept between us, private. And that puts me in some type of bind for maybe a few minutes or a few hours, because I promise you, whatever I need and I'm now deficient in because I gave it away, it comes right back to me, oftentimes amplified. If not the exact amount, it's over that amount. I have no fear of depletion. Why? Because when my heart instructs me to give, I should not have any fear of what will be left for me. That my heart, my soul will never leave me in a space of depletion. No, as long as it's my heart telling me to do that, to help, I will never be in a space of depletion. Now, if I'm allowing my insecurity to be the very thing that causes me to overextend myself, I'm pretty shit out of luck. My soul didn't tell me to do that. That was a lesson in me learning my limitations and loving myself, my boundaries needing to be enforced. There are powerful things that are happening. And all of these very refined lessons are coming into play. Holding your space, knowing your worth, moving as though you know what that worth is. It's very important right now. It's very, very, very important right now. There is this lovely person who I don't know very well. This very lovely person, lovely energy. Um, it's this thing of trying to achieve a specific mission objective, a goal, and it's requiring a hefty investment. And it's like, we were talking about this on a TikTok live stream. They offer services and tangible goods, and they let other people determine what to pay. Why? Why? That's a surefire way to not get your needs met. That is the human aspect of you not giving permission to receive what it is you're working to earn. And I say this as someone who's done that for quite a few years. Take this into consideration. I did not have an awakening. I have been this way since birth. I have been doing this stuff since I was a kid. I've only begun charging and not being apologetic for charging. I don't know. 2019? Yeah, I think 2019. Mm-mm. 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 Mind you, the whole time, as an adult, we've been low income. Classified as low income, which I was perfectly fine with that. We never missed any meals. We always ate very well. We lived in a modest but beautiful home. Children always dressed very nicely. Right? We lived a very simple life. Beautiful one. And I used to think that I shouldn't allow myself to receive because that's me being greedy. You know what's greedy? You know what's really selfish? That my husband had to work 5 days a week and forego bonding with our children just so we could afford for me to continue doing all of this work for everyone for free so that I wouldn't feel bad, so that I could be reassured that I'm a good person. That's selfish. That's selfish. So I needed time to wrap my mind around that. I needed time. I needed to go through the process because I didn't have an Emmy. I didn't have anyone to explain these things to me and help me to see with clarity that at my core, I am actually a very good person, that I am kind, compassionate, full of grace and patience, that I am generous, even when I have nothing. I don't want to be selfish anymore. I don't want to be selfish anymore. So now what happens? So now I make the decision. I'm going to monetize my gifts and charge a reasonable price for the quality of work I provide. It's a very reasonable price. It's not cheap. But compared to the quality of work I provide, the ways in which I can change your life in one session, it's very cheap. Absolutely. And now life is aligned. My children are bonding with their father. He helps me with our work. We work together. He doesn't have to get up and leave the house at 4 a.m. to commute for 2.5, 3 hours one way to work at a corporation that does not give a single shit about him or our family, and then commute another 3 hours one way just so he can sleep for 5-6 hours to do it all over again. So now my gift is a gift, period. It gifts others, and it also gifts my family the ability to be together. You can do that for yourself as well. You see, till now, I don't really know the value of what I do. I'm not ashamed to admit that. That's a process I'm very deep in. Learning the value of what I do. If I allow myself to see it from a space of enterprise, a space of business, my skill set, if I was simply focused on business, I would charge 8 to 10 times what I charge right now as a base rate. Yeah, that would still be reasonable. I have a very unique skill set. Very unique skill set. That if I were to really, really be focused, if I let that Capricorn really take the reins, man, I would approach the medical complex. I'd be paid a fucking shitload of money for celebrity clients so that I could tell their health team what to do. Yeah. Not interested in that. That's not part of my divine path. My divine path has to do with the purpose I was born to fulfill, and that's not it. That is not it. So do I have to be in a space of feeling guilty because I'm compensated appropriately for my time? No. Because the people who will tell me, oh, you're just money hungry, you should charge less. Why are you charging so much? It's not even an appropriate price for the degree of skill that I possess. It's not. It's not. Because I'm starting to understand the value of what I do. How much have people spent on trying to recover from some of the symptoms that they are still experiencing after getting sick in 2020? How much have they spent? How much do they pay the specialists who have done nothing for them? I would say thousands. Thousands upon thousands upon thousands. Right? Do you know any symptoms I've reversed in people who are struggling through that? I don't even remember. I had to take one of my kids to the ER a while back. Got really sick. I have asthma. They got really sick. And I'm not a doctor. So had to take him to the ER. It's my adult son. And I was like, I gave them an assessment of this, and this, and what needs to be done. I forget how much their bill was exactly from the ER. It's a couple thousand. A couple $1,000 just for them to tell him basically what I said. Thousands. Thousands. All that diagnostic. Exactly what I said. And you're probably like, well, why did he have to go to the ER? Because as a mother, I'm like, I don't know if my emotions are blurring my vision. I'm concerned for my child. I need reassurance. I don't know if I'm accurate right now. There's too much emotion involved. Wouldn't you know? I've been doing this for so long that even with my emotions involved, I was still accurate as fuck. I should give this away. I shouldn't be compensated. I should just be grateful that people aren't calling me crazy. No, no, absolutely not. I've exited out of that space, out of that type of existence. I might not know the true value yet of what I do for others, but I know it has a value. I know it has a value. And I will no longer diminish myself. How many of you can relate to this? You might not be a medical intuitive, but how many of you can relate to this? You help someone with marketing, you're like really into marketing. You don't have a marketing degree, but you know how to work algorithms. You know how to read the analytics and what to adjust. You're fascinated by SEOs and it's a hobby. Monetize it. But I mean, it's a hobby. I don't have a degree. And I don't have a degree in anything. I'm not certified in anything. What does that matter? I mean, do you need to be licensed? No? Okay, so what do you need a degree for? If you want to get a degree, go ahead. By all means, go ahead. I feel like you're smart enough. Go do it. You're going to be hella much in debt, but go do it. If that's what your heart calls you to do, go do it. If you don't need a degree for the field that you are so passionate about, monetize your talent, your skill set, and then watch as your gifts are gifted back unto you by way of financial stability. You might not become rich off of it. I mean, is that the goal, to become rich? Why is that the goal? I mean, really, what is rich anyways? Right? For someone who lives paycheck to paycheck, a millionaire seems rich. For someone who's a billionaire, a millionaire, that's chump change. That's cute. What does rich even mean? Be very clear in what it is you're trying to create for yourself in this period. Power moves, creating powerful opportunities. If you are going to deal with something abstract and obscure, such as I want to be rich, what does that even mean? As someone who is low income, I would think that a person who makes 60,000 a year, damn, that's rich. What can you afford with 60,000 a year in California? What can you afford? Not much. It's not that you're poor, it's that the cost of living is fucking insane. It is fucking insane. So my perception of you being rich because you make 60K a year, which I think is like the average income, it don't mean shit. If you're living in a place where rent for a 1-bedroom, 500 square foot apartment is like $3,000, how are you going to survive? You're not. So come up with something concrete. Come up with something concrete. What does that mean? I'm not going to say I want to be rich. I'm going to say I want financial stability. But I mean, how much money will that be? What does it matter? If you're stable, you're not tripping about what you need to pay. I mean, are you trying to be bougie? Because I'm not trying to be bougie. I just want financial stability. I want enough to cover all of my expenses and maybe something to put in my savings, just a little something every week, every couple weeks, and to not have to worry about oh, we got to turn off the lights because our light bill, we won't be able to afford that. Right? Be very clear in what it is you want to happen, but don't be so specific that it becomes an impossibility even in your eyes. Right? If I'm going to say, I want financial stability, I'm very clear. That's a very clear, like, this is what I want. This is my goal, financial stability. How much will it be? You tell me. I'm open to receiving whatever makes me financially stable. But if I say, I did some calculations and I want to make 75,000 a year because that will be enough to cover all my groceries, my car, my rent, my utilities, my credit cards. How are you going to do that? I don't know. Okay. Well, there's 12 months in a year. 75,000 divided by 12 is what? That's how much you're going to need to make every month. What can you do to raise that type of income every month? I don't know. That's a lot. I don't think I can do that. See, now you just fucked the whole thing up. Why? Because even you don't believe it's possible. Even you don't believe it's possible. So why don't you trust your soul? And instead of doing that, let your soul know what you want to experience. I want to experience financial stability, long-term financial stability. And soul will say, all right, hold my drink and watch this. And you just watch as it unfolds. There are people who have created content and they weren't expecting anything from it. And lo and behold, one of their videos gains traction. And guess what? That one video, $5,000, $10,000 for that video. Took them 3 minutes to make that. 3 minutes of just being themselves. Wow. Wow. Give soul the opportunity to give to you. Stop creating walls and mazes that diminish your power rather than amplify and focusing it. Soul has ways of getting things done. I tell you, soul has ways of making things happen with or without your consent. Soul will get you to receive whatever it is that has been earmarked for you and you alone. Okay? For some people, Teresa says, believe in endless positive possibilities, which I love that. I love the concept of that. But some people can't do that because that's just not how their mind works. So, what's another way of doing that? What's another powerful move? Rather than believe in endless positive possibilities, how about we reframe it in such a way where I don't know how this will work out, but soul, show me. Make it happen. Show me. Because then it's like, I don't fucking know what's going to happen. But I'm going to do this, 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 and this. And then, it's just going to somehow work. It's going to work. And I'm going to see it working. Right? It's going to work. And I'm going to see it working. That's amazing. That's amazing. Hold your vision, but in reverse. If we're afraid of what we might see, there's no way we're going to hold that vision. None. So let love be your beacon, but it's in reverse. Right? Let love be your beacon. You can utilize negative emotions as well. You can utilize it as fuel. Someone is trying to convince you that you can't do it. Do it anyways. Show those motherfuckers. Do it anyways. Be like, fuck you. Yeah. Do it anyways. Oh, you don't think I can? Okay. Watch this. Watch this. Oh, you think I'm going to fail? Okay. Keep watching. Don't blink. It's going to happen real quick. Right? Yep. Love this. Show your support. Support yourself. Show yourself that support that you are seeking from other people, but they don't want to give it to you. You know, you have to understand that for many of you, the thing that happens is people in your environment already see the potentiality, the extreme potentiality that you have, the way you draw people in, the way opportunities keep presenting themselves to you, and they don't like it. They are very jealous of it. They are jealous of you. They're not going to say anything though, because they're nice and they're not going to say anything. And it's this thing of like, you want them to support you. You want them to encourage you. They're incapable. See, they don't want you to succeed. Why? But they love me, Emmy. Yeah, they might love you, but they don't love you as much as they love themselves. If you succeed, then they're not going to feel good about themselves. So you're not allowed to succeed. You're not allowed to succeed beyond what they give you permission to succeed towards. Oh, no. No. Mm-mm. 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 Nope. Ooh. We win. Oh. I just got a notification. It says we win. Okay, I don't know if maybe demons are trying to encourage me to become combative, but it says, um, find yourself a lawyer that will fight for your rights. I already have one. I only have one. I already have one, I mean. That's interesting. Mm, mm. We're heading towards an eclipse. 2 eclipses at that. One, somewhere near the end of March and one at the beginning of April. Get all of your pieces in their proper places. Like, really start making plans. Don't tell anyone about it. Don't tell anyone about your plans. Come the eclipse in March, end of March, start putting your plan into action. Hold off until that eclipse. Put your plan into action silently. Silently. Okay? Tell nobody about this. Come the April eclipse, I think it's April 8th, get very, very quiet, get very, very still. So from the 7th through the 9th, do absolutely nothing for whatever your plans are. Instead, take that time to go deep within yourself and begin really hyper fixating on the outcome that you want for the actions that were already initiated from the previous eclipse. I'm telling you, there's going to be a lot of fucked up shit riding in on the April eclipse. It's a total solar eclipse. It's a lot of stuff piggybacking on it. And it's going to be completely obscured. Your connection, I'm only going to say this once, so really hear it, okay? Your connection with your consciousness is going to be temporarily paused during the duration of that solar eclipse. The sun is an energetic repository meant to hold the excess consciousness from your soul that cannot be embodied in a physical body. It will temporarily be offline. And it's going to take time to reintegrate everything. Slightly before and slightly after, that's going to be a window where you need to be deep within yourself and just focused on good things you are manifesting for yourself. Michael is yelling at me. I don't give a shit. He's yelling at me. New experiences and possibilities in reverse. If you are not careful in the way you move, you will not have new experiences and new possibilities. You will go offline and then you will continue. You don't have to listen to me. I could be just some crazy ass girl on the internet. That's fine. The potentiality, you go offline from your connection with your higher self. And now you're still trying to push and push and push for something to happen. And because you're doing that and nothing's happening and you're not feeling the connection, or worse, something is mimicking your higher self to gain access to deep core codes, you just completely, yeah. Michael says, don't say it. Card number 35, culmination of a vision. All these things that you're seeing for yourself, it's about to come true. Be careful of what you're allowing yourself to see. Be careful. Be careful. Been feeling that, having the pre stuff that I usually get beforehand, a mass consciousness thingy. Yeah, Teresa, the thing is, I've been detecting I want to say it. Can I say it? I want to say it. Hold on. Let me just. What if Marlene says it? Hold on. I think I messed up my audio. What if Marlene says it and I just repeat what she says? Testing. All right, fine. Fine. Culmination of vision. And then the final card, be true to your heart. Card number 26, be true to your heart. You hear a radio? Let me just breathe. Let me just breathe and let me just breathe. Trouble knocking at my door today. I ain't gonna let it in. All right. All right. All right. 'Cause on my best day, I'm a child of God. On my worst day, I'm a child of God. Oh, every day is a good day. And you're the reason why. My heart's pounding. All right. Be true to your heart. Right? Be true to your heart. Your heart knows what you need. It's communicating to you what you need to do and all of that good stuff. And it just is what it is. It is what it is. Um, Try and allow yourself to receive the messages from soul. Allow yourself the freedom to implement the guidance from soul, even if it doesn't make sense, right? But you have to know that it's your soul talking to you. It can't just be some renegade mimic, telling you some crazy shit. Like, you got to pair intuitive knowing with logic, right? You got to pair that. I don't know. I think for some of us, we get caught up in this loop of when we're told something that somehow makes us feel validated. Even if it's a lie, we'll cling to it. I don't know. I don't have that issue. I don't, because I feel like everything is a lie. I'm serious. I feel like I'm told something that is super, es a muy grande. Yeah, no, something that's just like, whoa, what? That's weird. That's how I feel. Like, that's weird. Why'd you say that? You don't believe me? I mean, it's not that I don't believe, but it's like it's a little outlandish. It's a little bit outlandish. I don't know how to feel about that. Or as someone else would be like, "Oh my god, yes. 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 Because now it validates me. It gives me some type of value that I didn't think I had before you said this crazy ass shit to me." Don't do that to yourself. If it feels off, it's probably off. Or you're not accustomed to hearing good things about yourself. And so, sit with it for a little bit. Sit with it for a little bit and see how you feel about it. Don't be so quick to accept something. Like, I don't even want to give examples. I just, yeah, when I'm exposed to that type of thing, I get really weirded out and I'm just like, I'm good. I'm very uncomfortable. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. No, thank you. Like, I don't want to get caught up in any of that, because really all I need to know is that I'm here in a space of service. I am here in a space of learning how to love myself and accept myself. And anything outside of those two things, soul will take care of it. If I'm meant to have something, I will have it. If I'm meant to not have something because it's unhealthy for me, soul will find a way to remove it. And that's just that. That's just that. That is just that. Do I need the titles? Do I need this? Do I need that? No, I don't. I don't. I don't. Because the only validation I'm seeking is the end result of a life well lived. A purpose fulfilled is part of my definition of a life well lived. So, whatever validation that I need, I'm very comfortable receiving that validation on my deathbed. I'm very macabre today. I don't feel like I'm going to die anytime soon. Like, heaven forbid. Heaven forbid I'm not here for a prolonged period. I feel like because probably I kaputted fairly young in most of my other lives, just like at the prime of my adulthood. Hey, live by the sword, die by the sword. I'm like, girl, this is the only life where I'm not fighting people with swords and stuff. So I'm probably going to be here a couple hundred years, you know, paying in the ER. Yep, absolutely. Got to pay in the ER. Yeah. Absolutely. Right? I mean, I kind of felt that too, but yep, apparently, you know. Yeah. Yeah. You got to pay for healthcare in the United States. Um, you got to pay for medical services, and if you don't have the appropriate type of coverage, degree of coverage, you're paying out of pocket for that. Yeah, you're paying out of pocket for that. So, all right, final card. On a good day, I'm a child of God. On my worst day, I'm a child of God. Oh, every day is a good day. You're the reason why. Okay. Here goes. Thank you for the reminder, Lindsay. I have the Black Magic Revocation Workshop coming this Saturday. I'm going to teach you how to undo all of that black magic voodoo. Yeah, no, I'm going to teach you the way of the Jedi, how to remove that bad juju from yourself. And no, it's not me teaching you how to do bad juju stuff right back. No. I'm teaching you the principles of my energetic system that's specifically geared towards undoing the malignant intentions of others. It's very effective. Very, very effective. On a good day. Do, 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 do. Oh, every day is a good day. Oh, ooh, victory. Girlfriend. Okay. Okay. Are your workshops also covered in the certification program, or that's like an add-on? So, with the exception of the morphogenetic fundamentals workshop, which is very quickly covering um, the fundamental principles of Kokoro 33, none of my workshop stuff is contained in my certification program. Those are all separate. So, yeah. But maybe, yeah, no, they're separate. I don't teach any black magic stuff in my certification program. Um, yeah, that's a good question. That's a good question. So if you guys would like to sign up, please click on that QR code or the link in the comment, and you will be able to. La 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 la. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. My poor third world country has better health care. You know, I don't know if you know this, Maria. This is going to be something controversial. I'm going to repeat the words of someone else. I don't remember who said this. Several people I've heard saying this, that the United States is in fact a third world country with a designer belt on. Yeah, we're third world with Gucci accessories. Which, I mean, I can see where that logic comes from. I totally can. I totally can. Yes. Yes. Absolutely. All right, final card. Card number 41. 41. Here goes, guys. Victory of Miriam. If you are longing to caress the moon, don't turn away from it. If you are not ill, why do you crawl under a blanket to hide? You are in a quarry of sweets. Why do you look so sour? You live in the spring of life. Why are you withered inside? Don't fight against yourself. Don't flee from what could be your glory. Like a fearless moth, dive into the flame. Why be linked to your obsessions? Burn out in the flames until your heart and soul are enlightened. Get out of the old carcass and form yourself a new body. Why are you afraid of a fox when you descend from lions? Why be a lame ass when you have the strength of stallions? The beloved you seek will arrive to open the door to your fortune, for love is a key that opens all your locks. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the guffaw. Oh. Okay, Michael says to share. Anyways, the line, the beloved you seek will arrive to open the door to your fortune. And immediately my mind was like, oh, is that the whole twin flame thing? Is that why that message keeps getting pushed through all the time? Like twin flame, blame. Like, oh, they're processing this. And I'm over here like, can I nominate someone? Because I just want to get the work done so that I can unlock that lock and like start building sanctuaries worldwide. Should I take applications? I'm saying. What? I'm serious. I'm serious. Can I just like take applications for I just got a notification. It says time sensitive injury notice. I'm injuring my twin. You know what? You know, hey, you started this convo. Michael, you started this convo. Okay, I'm gonna need you to get your ass on board. Okay, because there's work that needs to be done. Stop thinking just of yourself. Get your ass on board and let's get some work done. I don't know who I'm talking to. I don't know who I'm talking to, but if there's a twin out there that I am waiting for to get my work done, you better wake the F up, get yourself on board so we can get our work done. You are delaying the work that has a deadline. I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings, but I'm getting real impatient with how you are dragging your feet. Listen, we ain't gotta be homies, but we gotta get some work done. End scene. No, seriously though, I don't know. I don't know. I was just like, can I just take applications for twin? Because there's plenty of people that want to do work. Like, can I select one that's as much of a workhorse as I am, like a workaholic? Because I mean, we could really get stuff done. I'm saying my work ethic, my commitment and hyperfixation, shit. We could solve the world's problems in a month. I'm serious. That's my feeling. Right? Monica, did you want to apply? Monica, Janet, Teresa, Rainbow Flames. Any one of you? Anybody? Anybody? Any takers? Any takers? Right? I mean, we want this change, right? We want this change. Let's make it happen. You feel you are immortal, and I know you are divine. You feel you are not ready for the task, and I know that triumph is only moments away. You reach to me for protection, but you are me, and the protection that you seek is already with you. We are not apart. I am living through all that you are and all that you love, all that you have lost and all that you offer to me in surrender. I am in you as your courage and magnificence, and any task I send to you is simply one of the tasks for which you were born. You are an eagle with wings, ready to soar. So I push you from the cliff top. I push you from the cliff top that you may know yourself. So when I shove you, it is for your own good. This oracle brings you a message of affirmation and success. Your victory is already assured. You are being led into it now. No matter if you believe it is not possible and you are placing more faith in the appearance of distraction or obstacle than in utter success. No matter if you have forgotten for a moment that the divine lives in you as you, and that apparent failure is only a part of the process, the plan through which learning happens, serving the ultimate holy victory. Yes, your victory is inevitable. Your victory is inevitable. So you're being given this reminder from the Holy Mother, Mary, also called Miriam, and the beloved divine presence of love that she serves. It is that presence that is real. It is the Holy Mother that is real. It is the divine in you that is real, and all else swirls around you so your soul can play. Some people be playing a little too much, is what it is. Every challenge and adventure is an opportunity for you to test your mettle and to be what you are in truth. The eagle that flies requires space and open sky. The tigress that hunts requires hunger to drive her to fulfill her being and live her nature. If you pitted an eagle against a tiger, who do you think would win? You need what you need to realize your divine nature as a living, holy expression of the greatest love. So life is providing for you that that your needs be met. Whatever may be troubling you or is soon to present itself is not a situation or circumstance meant to bring you trouble. You just need to allow yourself to become more eagle-eyed, beloved wild one. It's not what appears to be that is a source of challenge for you, not at all. It is only how you are viewing the situation. Can you allow yourself to shift perspective? Yes, you know this is truth. It is only in forgetfulness that fear creeps in. Oh, yes, to forget for a moment that you are divinity and to lapse into erroneous belief that the challenges are more real than the love they veil. No, the real challenge is in the attitude, not in any circumstance or situation. Will you remember that all is divinity manifesting and nothing exists outside of it? All is perfectly designed to help you fulfill your being, live your truth, experience your power, and reside in the perfection of your divine, loving heart. Be curious rather than afraid. What is loving seeking to draw out of you now? It is always love in interaction with you, even if sometimes you feel like you are hauling a massive rock on your back up the steepest of all hills to build a temple at its apex. Yet when that temple is built, overlooking the ocean and a startling burst of golden orange sunset explodes across the water, turning it gold, you'll forget about climbing that hill. You'll just drink in the view instead. You'll forget what you were supposed to worry about. Don't you hate it when that happens? You'll just have to love in that moment and be peaceful instead. It makes more sense to notice the sunset than to turn your back upon its glory and grumble about how heavy those rocks were. Then, in your inspiration and your forgetfulness, you'll dream of another temple in the process of creation, perhaps with more lugging about of great heavy rocks, and it will begin again. But then, so too, will another captivating sunset be granted, best witnessed in your newly built temple that renders you speechless and spellbound. This oracle brings you guidance and comfort. Whatever is going on in your life right now, whether it brings you joy or deepest struggle, it's the divine in you as you breaking through into your life. Do not hesitate to trust in it. Embrace it fully and let it have its way. There is nothing there that needs to be resisted. You are safe to be wild, to be alive. Live it with love and let it unfold. The promise of success is yours. So allow yourself to be brought to it through the guiding wisdom of life, the life that serves love. There's also a part of you that's daring to love, to live and to trust more so than before. You are even daring to quit the traumatic tendency to relive so many past hurts and aches. You no longer want to taunt yourself with failure and critique. You are less frightened of yourself, so you do not need to sabotage yourself anymore. You are learning love's way and claiming it as your own. That is your path to victory assured. This oracle asks you to trust in your growing optimism, to let the war be over now and put it behind you, even if it means weeping with sweet sorrow and relief for a while. The sunset is golden. The struggle is behind you. Now just rest and enjoy the golden glow as you rest with love a long, long while. I think this is a call for you to love yourself without condition, without pretense, without any type of preconceived notion of how love should be expressed. The sweetest type of love, the most healing type of love, is a love that is simply received as it is authentically given, not a love that is pre planned, a love that is meticulous in its organization due to the desire to force an outcome. No, just love in its most authentic state. Just receiving that as it is freely offered to you by another. More importantly, receiving that as it is offered to you by your own soul. Power moves, creating powerful opportunities. It's a lot of very powerful things are going to come into play. These very powerful things are things that are about to change your life. Turn it into a life that you don't need a vacation from. You know, I've been saying that for the past couple readings. Actually, for quite a few readings at this point. I want to say maybe even 2 months. Your soul is trying to get you on board with the things that need to happen to cultivate the type of receiving ability that you still continue to fight. The only thing blocking all of this goodness from arriving is you. So work through your insecurities, work through your distortions, work through that fear that if you allow yourself to receive, someone will take advantage of you. Work through all of that. Make a pathway and allow that pathway to be the very pathway that soul uses to hand deliver the abundance that is rightfully yours. You're in full control of your life. You always have been. Start making conscious decisions that continues to heal you and amplify your ability to receive. Good things are coming, so let it. I got to get going. I have another session starting. So, guys, please make sure you follow and share. Follow and share. If you haven't already, please do subscribe, turn on that notification bell, join me when I'm live. If you're looking for a workshop to help you learn how to negate the effects of black magic on your life, this is a perfect workshop. Black Magic Revocation. It's a 4-hour workshop happening this Saturday. There's still time. I believe the ticket office is going to be closing Wednesday night, maybe Thursday morning. I'm not yet sure, but we need time to make sure everyone has proper access. So if that's something you'd like to do, hurry and go do that. If you're looking for etheric medicine services, click on this QR code or the link in the comments. I'm finally, for the first time in forever, for the first time, I'm offering etheric medicine services to the general public. This is something that I, until recently, hid very much about myself. It's time for the world to know. And then, if you are looking to free yourself from this oppressive matrix that we are in, and you're looking to do that by way of launching your business, the soul based business mentorship is a very powerful tool. For those who don't know my history, I started my company when I was stranded in a parking lot, stuck with broken brakes. Over the years, I've listened to the guidance of soul. And due to the guidance that I can very readily hear for myself and for others, I've been able to build multiple corporations with minimal investments. and have those corporations become viable companies. Viable. Yes. I want to be able to do that for you as well. If you're ready and you're not sure how to go about launching your business, I'm not a licensed business advisor. I'm talking about a very in depth, soul based assessment of how to move through this process. Soul based business mentorship is the way to go. Absolutely. If I could do it for myself, I absolutely can do it for you. Why do I say that? Well, because it's hard for me to allow myself to receive. And the fact that I've received to the degree that I have tells me if you are willing, if you are ready to put that work in, I can help you increase the chances of you receiving whatever it is that's been earmarked for you. I got to get going, guys. Please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. Join me when I'm live. I'll see you guys again very soon. Look for me across all social media. I'm evolving. Don't friend the troll accounts. I will never reach out to you guys, okay? I do not reach out to try and solicit services. The only way to book a session with me is by going to my website, emmyevolving.com or k33academy.com. And the only way to reach me is via email, contact@emmyevolving.com. We will never reach out and ask you if you want to buy something or tell you you want a free session. Nope. We don't do that. All right, guys. Follow me on TikTok, Emmy Evolving. See you again very soon.